Hey, Coach Colin Castell here with ShotMechanics Basketball, and today I'm going to give you a few keys how to finish at the rim. So finishing at the rim is super important. It doesn't matter if you're not very tall or not very explosive, you can still do a few keys to be a good finisher once you get into the paint. If you think about somebody like Kyrie Irving, right? He's not super tall, he's not super explosive, but he's one of the best paint finishers in the league, and he's great at getting to the rim and finishing. So the first key that I wanted to talk about is finishing high and soft. So what we see with a lot of young athletes is as they're going up for lands, they put things really low on the glass. So as they're coming up, maybe they beat their man, they're getting into the paint, whatever it is, a lot of athletes will shoot their layup and it'll be way too low, down in there, right by the bottom of the square, right? Now the square's on that basket for a reason. It's a great kind of targeting system that you can use to finish layups. Now if you hit the bottom corner of the square or lower on the square, the ball's gonna have a flatter trajectory and it's not gonna go in as easily. So what I always like to talk about is high and soft, right? When you're finishing your layups, you wanna put it high up the glass and soft. If you watch the best finishers like Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, a lot of times they're finishing their layups even higher than the corner of the square, right? So as I come through, if I can put my finish higher up, it's gonna have a better chance of going in. It's gonna be softer once it does hit the rim, so it'll probably drop, even if it's not absolutely perfect, right? So it doesn't matter what side you're finishing on, really focus on getting the ball higher up. So if I'm looking at the corner of that square, I'm trying to get it higher up, boom, dropping it right in, right? So it doesn't matter if I'm finishing with reverse, up and under, whatever it is. If I can finish high and soft, that's probably the very first thing you want to do to make more shots at the rim. All right, so the next key is you want to be able to finish with either hand. Now this seems pretty self-explanatory, but what a lot of athletes don't realize is you need to be able to finish with either hand on either side. So if I'm on the right side of the hoop over here, I need to be able to finish with my right coming up through, and I also have to be able to scoop it up and under with my left, because you don't know how the defense is going to play you, right? If I'm always constantly just finishing with my right hand on the right side of the basket, if this is all I'm ever doing, defenders are going to start to know that and they're going to slide and cut that off, and I'm going to get jammed and not be able to get it back to my left, right? So if you look at the best finishers in the NBA and in the world, they're always able to slide back across, finish with their inside hand, go up and under on the opposite side, whatever it is, they're able to finish with either hand. So one thing that I love doing is I love just kind of standing on the side of the basket and working on putting up shots at different angles, whether it's with your left, with your right, hook shots, scoop shots, spin shots, whatever it is. I had a buddy who went and watched the Golden State Warriors play a couple weeks ago, and Steph Curry, when he was warming up, all he was doing at the very start was he was standing by the basket, putting really funky spin on it, standing out here like this, shooting left-handed scoops. And it was a great warm-up, but at the same time, he was working on those different finishing angles, right? So as a player, if you can finish with either hand on either side, that's gonna be really hard to stop anytime you drive into the paint, because no matter what side you're on or where you're at, you'll be able to put it into a hand and finish there. Does that make sense? So you want to be able to finish with either hand, either side, all the time. All right, so the next key that you want to think about is you need to be able to finish through contact. The higher levels you play at, the less likely fouls are going to get called when you're going to the basket. So a lot of times, if you're going to the basket, if you're going weak and you get fouled, the refs aren't even going to call it, right? So you still got to be able to finish through that contact. So one thing you can do is you can find the contact early. This is something that like James Harden and Russell Westbrook are really, really good at. So instead of jumping and then kind of finding contact when you're in the air, you can find that contact early. So as I'm getting ready to finish and I'm on my last dribble, I'm going to find contact with my shoulder here with the defender rather than getting up in the air and then finding contact. Because the idea is if I can come in and I can get them off balance with this contact, that means when I jump, I'm loaded, I'm exploded, and I'm ready to finish, and I'm in control, right? I've already kind of bounced them off of me and going towards the glass to finish. So if you notice, next time you're watching some highlights with elite finishers, notice how they create that contact so early. Like a guy like James Harden, sometimes he's creating contact all the way out here before he finishes, then he's getting another step in and finishing at the rack, right? The earlier you can create that contact, the more in control you're gonna be, and the easier it is to finish the basket if you created that contact early rather than later. All right, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button, then into the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down below and hopefully we'll get to it. And if you're new to ShotMechanics, you're gonna wanna do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button down below because we put out videos every week and they're all gonna get you better, I guarantee it. And the second thing you're gonna wanna do is click the button above or the link in the description, get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This is a scoring workout that's gonna change the way you think about your training. And it'll probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. That's how powerful it is. So I highly recommend you check that out. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.